The Elden Ring scores are stupid. And if you're a journalist or a reviewer, they're dangerous to your career and your profession. Right now, what are we looking at? 97. Yesterday it was 98. It'll probably drop a little bit more, but currently sitting at one of the best rated games of all time. And look, I've been playing it nonstop. I adore it. I think it's fucking phenomenal. I loved Bloodborne. I love the tone and the setting so far of Bloodborne more, but I'm loving this game. I plan on living in this world all weekend and for a very long time to come. I think it's just phenomenal and excellent. And I don't care what the Metacritic really is. I mean, I didn't work on the game. I don't have a dog in the fight, whether it's successful or not. But what's troubling about it, if you follow games and love games, which obviously otherwise why would you be here? Can you imagine? I don't know anything about video games, but I like it when he does the funny voices. So, okay, Grandma, you sit in the TV there, in the TV. Listen, Metacritic. I love this fucking game. Okay, it's excellent, but it is, forget that it's really buggy, and I'm playing it on PS5. So I haven't seen lots of bugs, but, you guys know me, man. I'll play games that, I love the 8-bit retro stuff. Anything, gameplay is gameplay. But this is horseshit, because the game, if nothing else, it does not, excuse me, fellas, it does not, and Fleddies, of course, it does not compare favorably to modern games when it comes to visuals. It simply doesn't. It looks like a mid-generation PS4 game. It kind of reminds me a little bit of what was the BioWare one? Inquisition, Quest, the goddamn, they're making a new one. The Inquisition with the guy with the green, the green shit's coming through, the Dragon Age Inquisition. Great game. It kind of looks like that, a little bit better than that, like 25% better. And I'm just like, when you have game, and again, I don't like Horizon all that much. I think the dinosaur fighting is great, and I think it is absolutely staggering to look at once you get into the open world, not at the beginning. When you have a game that looks like Horizon, or Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and you're not calling this out, not everything has to be a great looking game, but this looks substandard. It's, and the audio is not great either in this game. I'm not a big audiophile, but you play Horizon, and you have your headphones on, and it meaningfully contributes to the sense of immersion in the space, the nuance, the detail of the sort of audioscape, as they call it, is just an important heavy lifter in making you feel immersed. Both visual and audio on this really fall down in that, which is really a shame given how evocative and immersive and just incredibly lived in and detailed the Bloodborne universe is. You would think, and it's clearly a money thing. I don't think they're sitting there going, we think it looks fucking awesome, Jeff. You're a moron. And the art design is great. I'm not bitching about the monster design and stuff. I'm talking about the actual quality of the visuals. Maybe Bandai Namco didn't want to pay what Sony did. Maybe Sony gets in there. I know Sony gets in there with their developers and is very hands-on and helps when they need it. But there's no way that the guys at From Software are looking at Elden Ring going, we did it, boys. This is top of the food chain production value. It absolutely is not. It's a ridiculous concept. And so if you want to give this a 97 fun factor like GamePro used to do, 100%. If this is your kind of game and it's my kind of game these days, fuck yeah. It's delightful. It could very well end up being one of the best games ever made. But and by the way, you don't have to include that in your review score. You can be, no, man, I do reviews and I don't talk about graphics. I don't give a fuck about graphics. I care about gameplay, or I care about story, or I care about sound, whatever. Fine. But if you look at a lot of these critics that are giving these awards out, there's a lack of consistency between their reviews. And I don't mean that like it matters. Who cares? I mean, what is it? You're going to play it? You're not going to play it. But it does harm their, I guess, street cred, reputation, whatever you want to call it, because if you're going to rave about one game's visuals as the strong point, and that's going to contribute to your score, and then you're going to rave not about visuals or mention visuals at all, or just kind of go, yeah, they're not great, but I think that's fine if you make it absolutely clear, and most of these reviewers do not. They don't discern between, we're giving this a great score because of this, but we know this sucks, but this, the gameplay is so great, it overshoots the limits to such a degree that we're giving it a perfect score. If you were to say, I'm rating this a 10 because it achieves the goal, which is amazing graphic fidelity, cool. But that's not how they talk. That's not how they do it. And it doesn't really matter. The more, and I hate to be this guy, a lot of people for some weird reason, always put me with Gamergate, which I never was, I never would be. There were some concepts that they expressed about journalism and, that I absolutely agreed with. But anyway, the reason I say it is just like the more I live, the longer I live, the more I go, not all, of course, but a lot of these fucking game journalists are not good at their jobs, right? They're just not. It's like, look, you can praise a game. I had one tell me once when I'm like, why are you guys, I've talked about this before, so why are you guys getting so hyped up? You're a journalist. They're like, well, we're gamers first and foremost, and we get caught up in the hype too. Sometimes in our scores get inflated, they say. And I'm like, you get paid, right? They say, yeah. I'm like, well, your job is to be above the hype. You think when Ebert was alive or the main movie critics of today, you think Drew McWeeney's sitting around writing his great newsletter and going, Ghostbusters Afterlife was pretty fucking good, but I'm going to say it's great because I'm caught up in the hype. Come on, man. These guys and girls who are in this part of the business, I'm not all, again, I don't want to, it's not a blanket statement. There are some that are very good, but it's like they don't really care about the medium. They don't care about interesting discussions about interactivity and what it does to you as a player and what it means and metaphor and interactivity and, why something can be amazing without it looking very good. They just, 10 out of 10, no. They're just, they're not good quality. They're probably good people, of course, but it's just weird. It's like, do you guys want to be doing something else? You should. Life's short. Maybe they should make, a lot of these guys end up going into development. Maybe what they really want is just to be game developers. It's like, well, go do that. It's not an impossible job. Go fucking do it. Because a lot of y'all aren't very good at this one. Look at that. Look at the rain. I hadn't done that yet. Oh, I'm fighting that guy now. I haven't gotten to that stage, though. That's cool. Anyway, there you go. I just had to mention it because I've been seeing it all over the internet today. And I was just like, I'm coming to this as a guy who was never good at these games, fell in love with these games because of Bloodborne and the remake of Demon's Souls on PS5. Got this moment it dropped, and I have been playing it nonstop. I love it. But if you love this game and you refuse to admit it ain't the prettiest girl at the ball, then you're in denial, or you haven't seen anybody else at the ball and you just got here and you ran into one girl and you're like, she's the prettiest one. Okay, in that case, fine. Be well. Happy Friday. See you soon. Bye.